The important thing why we're here is this topic is now becoming more and more urgent, especially in the climate change discussions. We've been talking about mitigation for a long time, but nothing's been happening in terms of real action on that. And then now we've been having the talk on adaptation, on how we actually deal with the impacts coming up as well, but that's also taking a while. I think some of the countries like the LDCs have started doing adaptation plans, but then now we're seeing the impacts of climate change manifesting much more rapidly than we anticipated. And even in some of our countries, we're seeing the impacts already and realizing there are limits to what we can actually do. So I think the question of how we deal with the losses and damage, some things that we cannot deal with under the adaptation to climate change has to be addressed, and now trying to see the science behind it, the policy, the institutional, I think the responses that we need. There's already the negotiations going on under the climate change, but we need more thought and I think clarity on how we actually make sure that we have a robust, I think a strong response on how we deal with those setbacks. At least at this workshop, I think having this dialogue from all the different perspectives. We have scientists here, practitioners, policy people. So it's been a good process here. We have increasing our understanding of what should be done, and this is being done outside of the negotiation process. So there's like frank discussions and more stepping back from the restrictions of that forum. So there's ideas coming out on what needs to be done, more clarity. So I think when this will go back into the policy forum later eventually, and this would be feeding in. So I think the recommendations that come out of here, what actions needs to be taken, what further research needs to be done, I think would be very important inputs on how the whole global process on dealing with loss and damage goes forward.